In this video, we'll have a look at ways of creating a new edge between two vertices and how to fill in holes in a mesh using Blender's fill options. We'll start with a cube and delete the edges around its top face. This leaves us with a rather strange mesh containing edges that are not part of any face. Should we ever find we've somehow created this type of situation, we can easily eliminate this problem by adding new faces. If we select two vertices and press the F key, Blender will fill in the missing edge. And if we select the vertices or edges around an empty space, pressing F will create the missing face. When working in edge selection mode, all we need to do to build a new quad face is select two opposite edges. As you can see, Blender will even add the missing edge too. This operation can also be found in the Vertex menu under the title New Edge or Face from Vertices. When it's a face we're creating, we can use the alternative keys, Alt-F. However, this option creates tris, while F on its own creates tris, quads, or n-gons, depending on the number of vertices involved. However, let's look at a situation where using F doesn't create the edge we need. If we create a plane and move one of its vertices so that the face of the plane is no longer flat, this can cause shading problems since Blender likes all faces to be flat. We can easily fix this problem by splitting the plane into two faces by joining the diagonally opposite vertices. However, if we use F to create the required edge, although it looks like we've solved our problem, if we change to face selection and select a face on the plane, we'll see that our new edge hasn't split the original face. In fact, the new edge serves no purpose. To solve this problem, we need to use the J key when joining the vertices. Now the plane is constructed from two separate and flat faces. F and Alt-F are even smart enough to fill some unusual gaps well. But look at the results produced when we use F to fill a large gap in a sphere. The single n-gon is not a flat face, and this causes problems with the shading. Alt-F is slightly better in that the faces it produces are all flat but are too disorganized. At this point, we should mention that Alt-F has a last op panel with the single parameter Beauty. If we select this checkbox, Blender attempts to beautify the result by changing the faces it creates, but it is still far from an ideal solution. An alternative to F and Alt-F is to select Grid Fill from the Face menu. This operation not only tries to fill the gap with a grid of quads where possible, but it also attempts to match the contours of the surrounding areas, meaning that the new faces follow, or at least almost follow, the existing curvature of the sphere. This operation has a last op panel. The Span parameter sets the number of columns used to fill the area. The Offset determines the starting vertex for the fill. We just need to adjust these two parameters until we get a grid shape we are happy with. If we select the last parameter, Simple Blending, Blender uses a simpler algorithm for calculating the positions of the new vertices, giving a flatter look to the filled area.